Hey y'all, welcome to my video tutorial series. Today I am going to show you how to do corner to corner crochet. So this is a fun stitch that gives very blocky look here. You can do it in a square or you can do it in a rectangle. A lot of people will do what they call graph gans, where they use a chart to do different squares in different colors, so you can make it look kind of like a blocky picture, or you can just do solid color or variegated like this sample. And this is just a really fun stitch here. So in order to do this, you need to know how to chain and do double crochet. So if you don't know how to do those stitches, I have some tutorial videos on those. So you can, I'll try to link those in the comments, and then you can go back and look for those and learn how to do that, and then come back and watch this on how to make the corner to corner. So to start with, we're just going to start with our slip knot, and I'm going to go through this fast because, like I said, I have another series or another video on how to do that. And then we're going to chain 6. So we've got 6 chains here. So just like in my double crochet video, when we start double crocheting, we usually skip the first 3 and we start in the 4th chain from the hook. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to do the yarn over and do our double crochet like that. And so you're just basically going to do, so you do it in the 4th chain and then the 5th and the 6th, so that you have your 1 chain 3 space here, and then you have 3 double crochets. So you're going to do that. And so this is where you've done the 4th, 5th, and 6th chain that you've done a double crochet. Then you're going to turn your work, and you're going to chain 6. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so then what we're going to do is we're going to again go to the 4th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, go to 4, and we're going to do a double crochet. And we're going to do the same thing that we did before, where we do double crochet in the 4th, 5th, and 6th chains from the hook there. So then we have 2 little squares here kind of floating around. Then we're going to try to attach these. So what we're going to do, remember that chain 3 space that you made at the beginning of the other row? You're going to go in and you're going to slip stitch. So you grab that yarn, you pull it through that, and pull it through that. So you slip stitch through into that chain 3 space. So then now you have basically your block is going this way, and then you have this other block going this way with your stitches. Then you're going to chain 3, and then you're going to do 3 double crochets in that chain 3 space. Oops. My yarn is, I probably need to pull out a bunch from the center. Probably should have gotten a more used skein of yarn, but anyways, so you have your chain 3 there, and then you have your 3 double crochets. Then you're going to turn your work, and you're going to chain 6 again. And that's basically how you're going to do each row, and then you're going to double crochet in the 4th, 5th, and 6th chain from the hook there. And then you have your little square that's kind of floating off in space. You're going to go to that chain 3 space from the previous stitch there, and you're going to slip stitch, chain 3, and then do 3 double crochets in that chain 3 space. So then you're going to go to the next one, and that next chain 3 space from that previous one there, you're going to slip stitch into that, and then you're going to chain 3, and you're going to do 3 double crochets in that chain 3 space. All right, so then you're just basically, it kind of creates a stair step kind of thing. We'll go through one more row. So chain 6, do your double crochets in your chain number 4, 5, and 6. Then you're going to slip stitch it into that chain 3 space, and you're going to chain 3, and then you're going to do 3 double crochets in the next one. Then you're going to slip stitch into that next chain 3 space, and then do the 3 chains and 3 double crochets. And again, in that last one, you're going to slip stitch into that chain 3 space. You're going to chain 3, and you're going to do 3 double crochets. So basically, that's how you do that for increases. And you just keep going until this is as big as you want your project. So if you want to do a square, you can do that way. If you want to, sometimes you can do decreases. We'll start with the decreases in just a minute. But if you want to decrease, if you want to make it a rectangle, you can decrease either at the beginning or the end of each row, depending if you wanted a rectangle or if you wanted a square. So we're just going to make this a little square for this purpose. So we're going to turn our work, and instead of doing our chain, what we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch into our 3 double crochets. We're just going to do a slip stitch in the top of each of those, and then we're going to slip stitch into our chain 3 space. And then we're just going to start with chaining 3 and doing 3 double crochets like we do our normal little blocks there. All right, and then we just slip stitch it into that chain 3 just like our normal blocks, and you chain 3 and do 3 double crochets. And then you slip stitch into that next chain 3 space, do 3 chains and 3 double crochets. All right, so then when we do that, then we slip stitch into that next chain 3 space, but instead of going, we're decreasing here. So we've got to that. We're going to decrease at the end of the round, so we're going to turn our work, and we are going to go into that first double crochet that we just did, and we're going to slip stitch in there, slip stitch in the next double crochet, slip stitch in the next double crochet, and then slip stitch into that chain 3 space. And then we're going to chain 3 and do our 3 double crochets in the chain 3 space just like we do with our blocks. We're going to slip stitch there, chain 3, and do 3 double crochets. And then we slip stitch into our chain 3, and then we're at the end of the row, so we're going to turn without doing any chains. Then we're going to slip stitch into the top of our double crochets, and slip stitch in our chain 3 space. And then this is the last square. We're going to chain 3. We're going to do our 3 double crochets, and then we're going to slip stitch in the top of that chain 3 there. And then when I always end, I always kind of do a little chain and cut my yarn and then pull that through. And that is how you do corner to corner crochet. So let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.